Maloney. I am the part owner and brewmaster at the Hourglass Brewery. I make beer. I make it taste good. Brett and I, my other part owner.
Brett Daniel Mason. I was named after a magician and a poker player. I own Hourglass Brewery. And I clean toilets. That's it.
Oh.
Just homebrewing at his house for years and pretty much went awry and kept buying more equipment and thought we'd take the plunge and quit our day jobs just to do this. We started out in about a 900 square foot location, which was a great stepping stone, but we couldn't do nearly as many things as we wanted to and accommodate the guests that showed up. When you have 9 bar stools and 100 people show up to drink on a Friday night, you start weighing your options.
I mean, you could fit the entire bar in our bathroom here. So it was just cramped in there and people were getting upset about it, but now people are getting upset that it's too big, so can't please everyone.
So we found a much bigger place, which is awesome because we can start barrel aging beers and making different products that we couldn't do before, and now have live music and entertain a lot more guests.
Going from the small system to the old place, we had to learn how to upscale all of the batches and all that, make sure everything was running correctly. We had a few mishaps, but pretty much it was not a too bad transition. Going into here, it was totally different. As far as the staff up front, just people coming in off the street, it was a whole new ballgame. Me and my uncle built the bar. He took down that fridge and rebuilt it. All the bathroom bull crap. I love it. Yeah, I do. We'd love to see more art. It's just, the time and money. It'll get there soon, though.
We've been in this location about 6 months, and we moved in here about 2.5 years after we opened at the old place, I think. Since we're the Hourglass Brewery, we try to keep most beer names time-related.
We were always under the gun for everything, and we decided to do something with time and space, so that's pretty much it.
Doesn't always work it that way. You don't want to have a really good name and waste on a beer that you might not ever make again. So we'll have fun with some of the names. Stupid Pumpkin Face was just something that Brett said one day and I thought it was funny, so we just stuck with that. But Voyager du Temps means the time traveler in French, and it's kind of a French-inspired ale. So it just depends on the mood and the beer and how long we want to hang on to that name.
What's your favorite thing about brewing?
The culinary approach of coming up with new flavors that may have not been done or things that are a little unique for beer. And then drinking it. That's the best part. It's a lot like designing a new cupcake recipe or a cake recipe. I take the same approach with spices, savory elements like chocolate or strawberries or cinnamon.
Agave nectar, certain seeds make it earthy.
Instead of using flour and sugar, I'll use barley. It's a similar process with completely different ingredients. The benefit with beer, though, is there's so many more different kinds of yeast that you can use. Typically, when you make a pizza dough or bread or a cake, it's one kind of yeast that you would use. There's different variations, but it's all pretty standard. But with beer, you can replicate fruity flavors with a certain yeast, or banana flavors with a different yeast, or straight, clean, crisp flavors. And there's so many yeasts that we don't even know about. We're just kind of grasping on to what we know works right now and testing the other things that we don't know work right now. So within the next 10 years, there could be all these new yeast strains making all these new flavors that we never would have thought of. So.
You're like a mad scientist.
Mad, yes. Scientist, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really liking that Giant Dwarf lately. I'm really excited for the ESB coming up. Like a Shaw Van Graham, Tempest Perfectum, it's a butternut squash.
Why beer?
Why not beer? Beer's been around longer than most edible food that we're obsessed with now, so it only makes sense.
Beer's awesome. I mean, I don't know. You can get way more flavors out of beer than any other, like wine or liquor or anything.
You wouldn't eat the same food all the time, so why drink the same beer all the time?